新式新点，准备好了吗？创新从此开始，最新、最酷、最时尚的科技介绍。每天带你过把探索瘾，新式新点。
无限 ITV 新式新点新发现，无限欢乐。今天雪姨带大家来看一看，自这个1995年以及1998年非常轰动的一部舞台剧《Purple》，也就是紫，再一次在2012年即将掀开序幕哦。承诺带给大家的是更多的这个欢乐以及惊喜。究竟有怎么样的这个惊喜呢？让我来带大家跟我们的这个演员、导演以及剧作家一起来一探究竟。
One day, I wrote Purple 17 years ago when I was much younger, and I quite angsty. And one day I read an article, actually a Chinese article on a magazine, and I couldn't stop crying, non-stop crying for the longest time. I thought that this is a very short article, it's about 2 to 3 pages. Someone interviewed Maggie Lai and account her life. A boy who wants to be a girl badly, and then he has to be through so much, and all his experience formed this play, which I wrote 17 years ago. And I'm glad that he has a chance to come back, and I'm glad to have Shane and Ryan to anchor it, and I really hope that this is something magical and wonderful. Thank you.
Shane, how are you feeling about the prospect of taking on this role?
I am actually very excited. I am very grateful to the company, to you for taking the chance on me. I am actually looking forward to it. It's very rare that I look forward to work, and I actually am on this one occasion. Like raring to get to rehearsals. We haven't started yet, but yeah, excited.
It was so difficult to get you.
Really wasn't? I'm sorry.
Part of the reason I chose Shane for this role is because I've seen him in a number of works before, some of which he very delicately and very truthfully handled the roles of a gay man before. And also I'd seen, on the other hand, him do ridiculous, campy drag. And I thought between the two of those is exactly what I want for Maggie. So hopefully Shane will bring that to the floor.
No guarantees, Ryan. No guarantees. I tried.
It's wonderful to have Ryan for me because I've directed the previous 2 versions, 1995 and 1998. And I think I don't dare to touch it anymore. I really hope that someone can come and take over it. I think for the cast of 1995 and 98, I think it's something, it got so personal, and then we got drowned into it so much, and then it became so close to us. And we keep remembering, over the last 17 years, whenever I hang out with them, we are still joking and talking about it, feeling a lot about it. I don't know how to make it better, stronger. And I think the foreign perspective, Ray had been in Singapore for 6 years or so, but I think that she also had grew up in Canada and Australia. I think she will bring something very dynamic and different to treat the play, which I think is a treat for everyone. And I hope that you'll help to inform people to come and support us. And this will be the only public performance by Toy Factory this year. This year we're focusing in doing more moving out, outreaching projects to the schools for 2012, and as well as performing overseas. So actually quite low key here. We only have Purple, one play. Just come and see our only one play this year from Toy Factory. Thank you.
And it's a beautiful script. I mean, when Boontek gave me this play and asked me to read it, I read it on the MRT, because that's where I read everything. And I was sitting there, and there were moments where I was laughing out loud and getting very strange looks. There were moments when I was sort of gagging and retching and feeling quite nauseous, and that also got strange looks. And then there were moments where I was literally tearing up. That, strangely enough, didn't get many looks. But it's a really beautiful roller coaster of a script, and it's interesting to me that, I mean, I'm quite daunted by the fact that it's had 2 previous very successful stagings that people remember. People keep coming up to me and saying, oh, I remember that one. This person I knew was in it. I remember that one. I'm trying not to watch. I'm trying not to listen. I'm trying not to look at any photos because I don't want to try and recreate past successes. We can't do that. We have to move on to something new, something fresh. And as Boontek said, I did also think, oh, I don't know if I'm the right person for this script because I wasn't born here and it is a very Singapore story. But at the same time, perhaps that's what makes me the right point of view, is that, like Maggie, I'm a bit of an outsider. You know, I've been here, it's going on 8 years actually. And so I have, I think, a reasonable understanding of Singaporean culture and other issues here, but I'm not local. I can't fake having not been to school here and those sorts of things. So I hope that that kind of outside perspective will make the cast look at the text, because they are all locals. And explain to me, well, what does this mean? Why do you say that? What's the root in your culture of these meanings? Do you have any perspective on that?
How do you feel? What are you preparing for to be a woman? Are you ready to be a woman?
I am always ready to be a woman. I've done it before, so I guess, just there's a lot of waxing that needs to be done. Yeah. Gotta hang out at some dodgy back alleys for a while and do some character study. Yeah. I'm ready. I'm looking forward to it.
It's wonderful to have one of your older works 17 years ago being brought back, and I thank Justin, Larry, everyone, Tiara, Tiny, Chicky in the office to allow this to happen. I think it's a whole team that we need to support it. I think Singapore like new thing, let's try new plays, new. I mean, it's very fortunate for me that I have a company support me to stage my older work. I think when rereading it or revisiting it, I learned so much from what I was or what did I write about, and does it still relevant today? And I find that it's very, very, very sad that the issue mentioned in Purple is still very relevant today. We are still having problems and prejudice over something different from us, and we can't really accept it. We always, classifying our mind in different compartments and sections, that this is right, this is wrong, and without giving people love and kindness. I hope that people will just bring this up again and talk about it. I think especially Singapore is so small, when we have foreign workers coming, when we have expats coming, when we have friends coming, and then how are we going to treat them? How are we going to live with them? So they are different, of course, and life is a celebration of differences. So I think Purple has to, and why is it called Purple? Because it's not red, so loud, and it's not blue, so mass. So it's something that celebrates the in-between, the grey zone, the non-normal, the non-mass, and they have to exist, they have to have a platform. And Purple is about that. It's universal. It's about everyone has the right to live, and everyone has the right to dream, and everyone must pursue their love and what they want to do and what they want to become.
Those are some very good points, but did you at one point just compare this to your water world? Did you say this was your water world at one point? No. Okay, good. Thank God. I misheard.
Who is Maggie Lai? Who is Maggie Lai? We were asking. Is he working in Toy Factory?
I think another one of the themes that's really central to this piece is about family. It's about a father and his relationship with his son, or daughter in the end. And I think that's something that everybody has, the relationship with their parents. So whilst it may seem a very foreign topic, a transsexual, actually at the heart of it, it's just about love and family, and those are universal themes. So I think it's a very beautiful piece. Without further ado, we shall let Shane give you a little reading from a section of the text to give you a little taster of what to expect. Over to you, Shane.
Thank you, Rhea. I peeped in and I saw Alpa sitting by his armchair, eyes closed, listening to Teochew opera. Under the dim, yellowish light, he looked weak and old. I couldn't control my sunken heart from weeping. I pushed open the door. Alpa raised his head and couldn't identify me with his pair of clouded eyes. I am Honghua. Can't you recognize me? You are home. I could feel his hands trembling and complicated emotions clashing onto each other. I placed those gifts that I have brought for him on the tea table and tried to help him up. He threw me aside and shuddered back into his room. He did not accept his son bearing 2 pieces of flesh on his chest. He had to run away as if I was an alien or monster. He did not want to have another look at me. No matter how many times I shouted for him, he did not want to reply. My poor father was terrified by me, by his own son. Although I changed my sex, I have never committed anything unlawful. I have never killed a man or taken drugs. I am your good child. Thank you.
So sorry, we're late today. We were driving in our Ferrari and my hair's a bit messy because I came in too fast.
I see behind only.
Yeah.
Yes. How are you doing?
We're
I think
doing
we
quite
give
well.
them CPR.
Yes, CPR. We give you
Yes.
good service, man.
Yes.
So, shall we introduce ourselves?
Oh yeah. Yes.
My
My
name
is Mademoiselle.
My name is Priscilla.
And I'm Verity Melissa.
Wow, so special are
Of
your
course.
name. You came out with your name, is it?
Make it up already, don't say. I say.
Without us, Maggie Lai won't be beautiful, you know.
Oh, that's true, that's
That's the main
true.
reason why
Purple
Maggie Lai is so
actually
pretty.
all about us. Yeah?
Yes, yes.
Oh, it's about us. Hey, let's get ready for our song.
Yes,
Oh,
we
yeah.
prepared a special song for
you
you all.
guys.
Just very short song.
Relax, feel free to clap along, okay? Don't be so
Okay.
shy, huh? It's just Singapore, okay?
Here you go, and all is too big to ignore. And I know too much to go back and pretend. Cause I've heard it all before, and I've been down there on the floor. And I'm never gonna keep me down again. Oh yes, I was, but it's wisdom for the pain. Yes, I paid the price, but look how much I gave. If I have to, I can do anything. I am strong, I am invincible, I am woman. I feel so good singing this song.
You feel it,
I feel invincible.
The men in the crowd, yeah? Thank you very much.
Yes, we have one more surprise for you, all right?
Oh, really? What? Huh?
We have a special video for you.
Oh, yes, I almost forgot. This is very exciting. You all must watch, okay? Let's go.
开心的，就是访问到我们这一次 Popo， 也就是子的这个舞台剧的我们的4位演员。Hello， 你好。
Hello。
其实虽然呢，这部剧里头啊，会有一些的这些中文，还有甚至呢是一些方言，可是对于他们来说呢，说中文哦还是一大挑战。所以这一次呢，我们的这个访问呢，将会以这个英文来进行。So English is more comfortable for all of you.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
good with English.
I thought I heard you say 好 just now.
Yes, yes， 我会讲中文哦，但是不是很流利。对对对
你是。华人吗？
我学过中文。
哇，我觉得这一次参与这个剧all of you are all very multi-talented in this play. Let's talk about Shane. You wanna talk
Yes.
about your character in this show because I think it's really a big challenge, right?
It is kind of, my character is named Maggie Lai, and she is Singapore's most famous transsexual. And so the story follows her, the play follows her story, her career, also what's happening with her family. And yeah, so there's a lot of things I need to do. I guess it's challenging in that I'm a man playing a transsexual, so I have to get rid of a lot of body hair. That's, they hired,
That's the most difficult part.
it's gonna be that's the most challenging part. I know there's a lot more.
It will be like wearing dresses and
He
like,
might be
you know,
pole dancing as well.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yes, I'm gonna learn how to pole dance. I'm learning how to pole dance. I should go more often because I'm not very good at it. Not very
Yeah.
flexible, but I'm going to learn.
For pole dancing, you need a lot of muscles. It's all about
Yeah,
strength.
I know.
Quite a lean.
You know.
He can do it.
I will try. I will from now till August. I will work out, and I'll be a really scary looking transsexual. But they are also learning cool things. They're learning how to do like circus skills.
Circus
and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So just now when you saw the preview, right? What the silks? Yeah, we are learning that as well.
That performer teaches us
You
circus
guys
tricks.
will be doing that as well?
Yeah, with the
We
lyra.
hope to do something like that.
The hoops and
Oh
trapeze.
Yes.
my god!
Yes.
So
Yes.
talk about your roles. 3 of you being nurses, right?
Yep.
So is it the kind of scary nurse like we saw?
We're just gonna be
the-
crazy and
crazy,
very,
wacky.
very over
Yeah.
the top and
Yeah.
heightened and
Yep.
yeah.
And I think the nurses definitely represent, voices from the public. How do the general public view transsexuals and what's their opinion on transsexuals even till today? So
So maybe you guys would like to talk about how your roles interconnect with each other in the whole play.
we definitely talk about
How we
the
transform him.
process,
Yeah.
how we
Yeah.
transform Maggie Lai.
Yes.
That is a very graphic
Yeah.
stomach churning scene. When they
Yeah.
do that, oh my
When we're reading the
God.
script, it was like, oh my gosh, you can
lot of
imagine
technical terms
the,
as well.
The
whole
process of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
the procedure of it.
So
all.
have you guys seen the first, the second staging? I hope not.
Oh,
17
no.
years ago.
No, yeah.
So,
We've been banned so that we don't get preconceived notions of how to do this one. So we're
Yeah.
all
But
fresh ideas. It's
I
gonna
think you
be
guys
new.
gonna be very curious.
Curious, yes.
I'm
Maybe
very
after
curious.
the whole production ends and like let's compare, see how it goes. If we can find the footage,
Yeah.
yeah.
Technically, I saw part of it.
Oh really?
Where?
Tell.
Somewhere, but I think I'm not allowed to tell you.
I
Find out.
Then
Okay, okay.
The first, I think I'm not really sure whether
Okay.
is it the first staging or the second one,
Mm.
but it's rather fun and a lot of energy
Yeah.
in it. So are you afraid that you guys not being able to do as well
Oh
as
no,
the first?
I
and-
think
no.
no, I think can 4 of us, our energy is enough for the whole stage.
Oh, one person alone is enough.
One show
energy.
wonder.
No, it's all of us.
But for me, I think it'll be an exciting journey to not know anything about how it's been done before, and so we can,
Yeah.
explore more ideas and
Yeah.
create,
So we bring our own
visuals from fresh.
our own
yeah.
ideas to the characters because everyone interprets something differently. So like I remember the first reading we had and we had discussion about the nurses later. Our views were completely
Yeah.
different.
We
from
had
what
a
we
completely
thought.
different portrayal or perception of how we viewed the characters. So
Exactly.
it'll be interesting,
So,
to see
yeah.
how we actually create our characters
Exactly.
full on.
Yeah.
So how about Jane?
I'm going to cheat. I'm gonna follow you home, and I'm gonna watch your copy of the show.
We'll follow her home.
I'm sorry.
He'll teach you to pole dance also.
I already deleted the link. Yeah. But anyway, I think, are you looking forward to maybe, changing yourself even more for the show later on?
Yes. I think it's much easier to dive into a character when like makeup and hair comes in and then you look nothing like yourself anymore. You look in the mirror and you see someone else. It's so much easier to like transform yourself into a different person.
So, secretly, have you tried on a dress?
Not secretly. I've done it for work before. I think.
But you know, without anyone knowing, them like suddenly today, I think I want to try on that dress.
If I did it secretly and I told you, it wouldn't be a secret anymore, would it?
So I think it means a yes lah.
I don't know. What am I wearing underneath this?
Okay, so lastly, tell the audience why they should go and catch Purple this time.
Well, because it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be raunchy and sexy.
And
but
wacky. Yeah.
and underneath it all, there's a good story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's heart and soul in the story, so it's up to Shane to bring it out. Yeah, we'll just support you like crazy, okay?
Please do. Oh my God, please do.
So will you be calling it to Shane or Maggie Lai?
Oh yeah, sorry, Maggie.
Maggie, Shane will
Maggie.
be dead for 2 months.
Yeah.
July, August, yeah.
Do you want to do something for the audience to look forward to?
Can you like see all my hair on my arm? See my hair and leg? It's all gonna go
It's all
for
gonna
you.
go.
That's why you should watch. Because if I'm waxing, this is Middle Eastern blood. Damn it! If this is all gonna go, you better come and watch the show. Damn it.
Yes.
Okay, so looking forward to Purple this coming August.
Bye.
We have here with us the most important person of the play, the director herself, Ms. Rayan Handi. Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Rayan.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Talk about this Purple. This is actually not its first time on stage,
No.
right? Rather the third time. Do you have any
Yes.
pressure yourself?
I do, very much so. I mean, over the last few weeks, people keep coming up to me saying, "Oh, you're doing that. I remember the first one. I remember this one." And I thought, you know, it was 95 and 98, I think,
Yep.
more than a decade
17
ago.
years.
And I thought, surely no one will remember anymore. But they do. And so it is scary, you know. I don't want to let them down.
But it's rather a nice thing to do a show that's so and has left a very deep impression on people's mind.
Yeah.
So maybe you would like to do the breakthrough this time.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, I think the reason that Boontek wanted to bring it back again is because the story still rings true. It's still important issues. It's still about things that people today will appreciate. And this time we have a much, much bigger space. I don't know how much of this you can see, but the Jordan Hall is huge.
Yes.
And the previous versions were in the substation, which is very small and intimate. So this is going to be quite a different production just because of the space.
But how in the first place people might wonder you were being, picked to direct this play?
I think Boontek likes to throw little challenges to me because he said, "Rayan, read this script, you'll like it." And so I read the script and I did, I liked it. And then a couple of weeks later he said, "Rayan, you direct the script." And I went, "Oh no,
Are you
cannot.
joking?
Are you crazy?" One, you've already done it twice and I don't want to have to try and live up to you. And two, it's a very local, very Singapore script, and I was not born in Singapore. I've been here
Yes.
for quite a long time, but you know, I'm not Singaporean at the core.
So is this the first Singaporean play that you'll be directing?
Yes, I guess it is the first one that's this local, and it's a big honor. It's a big weight. You know, I feel like I want to make sure that it's right.
So at this point of time, is there any difficulty you have met and it's really, pulling your hair?
Well, there are sections of the script that are in dialect, and they're written in character.
How well is the dialect?
I can say please and thank you.
Go ahead.
Sheshe.
This is not dialect.
Sorry, see, fail already. Fail. So that makes me nervous. Yeah.
So how are you gonna convince the character himself, like maybe Shane? No, this is not the way you're gonna say dialect.
Well, my 3 nurses all do speak very good dialect, so I'm going to be relying on them. I'll be relying on Boontek because he likes to sneak in and sit in the corner and watch what I'm up to, which is good because then I can say, "Is this okay?" No, change it, Rayan. So I can rely on his help. And Shane will need help too because he doesn't speak Mandarin either. So between the two of us, we will be relying on a lot of our team to support us in those aspects.
So this is more like a teamwork.
Definitely. I think all theatre, I mean, you guys work as well, like teams. You can't do it alone. There's always
Yes.
somebody behind the camera.
Yes, definitely. So, how would you tell the audience to come and watch Purple this time by Ray and Condi?
I would say, come. You'll be touched, you'll be feeling a little bit sick, you'll be feeling very excited, and you'll laugh a lot. It's a beautiful story, and there will be all sorts of exciting and wonderful things happening here in the Jordan Hall.
And also being brought by Circus Singapore, right?
Yes, we have support by Circus Singapore. Hazel, who did a performance earlier today, has been training my girls. They go and they do work and they
we
hurt.
heard
It's
she
great.
is going to be doing a little bit of pole dancing.
Yes, Hazel's been giving him lessons as well, and now I've installed a pole in the set, so he has to take his lessons. Shane, do you hear that? Do your lessons.
Well, no going back anytime. But then, have you met the real Maggie Lai?
No, I have not. I know that Brintek did when they were restaging it. I think the second time they got in touch, and when he was writing it the very first time. But this time, I think she has disappeared off into the wide blue yonder. It's living her life, I hope.
But would you, look forward to meeting her maybe before the show or maybe during the show?
I would certainly like to meet her at some point because I think just what a fascinating, amazing life. I think she's learnt a lot of lessons that would be really interesting to talk to her about. But maybe not during the show because I think Shane has enough pressure just being a boy performing as a woman. If he was being a boy trying to perform as a specific woman, I think he might freak out and run away.
So lastly, any tips to Shane maybe to how to become a true woman?
Waxing. Lots of waxing. Ouch.
Thank you, man.
No problem. Thank you.
第一次将赖美琪的一生呢搬上舞台的幕后黑手，当然呢就是这一次我们的这个舞台剧子，也是这个 Purple 最重要的这个灵魂人物之首，我们的吴文德导演。导演你好。
我应该是幕后紫手，因为是紫色。
紫手，哎，可是因为我有那个中文的文案，然后上面写的那个“子”
孩子的子，
对，孩子的子，为什么会？
因为我们取其谐音来讲故事的内容，因为在英语它 purple 就比较适合，它是关于两色掺杂混成的一个新的个体。然后呢，我们中文就想，哎呀，如果叫紫色就没有什么意思，不然就叫孩子的子，因为绝大部分在剧本里面是谈到父子关系。这父亲怎样接收到孩子，要从一个男生变成一个女生的故事。
对，而且好像。听说那个故事背景的那个爸爸是一个潮州爸爸，对不对？对，然后就会比较有那种重男轻女的那种，就是
对，其实他不止重男轻女，而且他等了很多年才生下这个儿子，就是说他一直生了2个女儿，然后就是还没有生出儿子，他终于盼到一个儿子，他儿子要变成女儿。
所以赖美琪是真正有2个姐姐的。
对。
所以通过这个剧，我们也深入了解到真正的这个赖美琪这个人物哦。
对，我们从赖美琪开始，就是从一个小说看到她的故事，然后改编成舞台剧。经过了几次跟她的访问交谈，不过我们创作之后，把它变成舞台剧之后，这个戏就变成它有一个独立的生命，就是它不再是说一个人的故事。我觉得通过赖美琪去看这个世界，这个世界如何。包容人家，如何对待人家，如何尊敬人家，
这就是你起初一开始想要写这个剧的整个
动机。对，因为我觉得人的一生太短暂了，而且又要受到人家不公平的对待，那就太可怜了。所以我会觉得，需要一些剧本为他们伸张正义。所以就这样出生了这个剧本。
那一开始你写这个剧本的时候，有没有自己尝试可能穿上裙子？
我很难找到适合我的 size 的裙子。
有啊，有那种 mega size 的那种都有的。
我们编剧很多时候 穿裙子是在脑里面吧，就是你要写一个是什么东西，你要写一只狗啊，就是把自己想象成狗在脑里面，可是就没有去身体去穿。可是我们每次要求演员都要身临其境去试试看，所以 Shane 很辛苦，要剃脚毛了，要穿高跟鞋了，还要穿女孩子的内裤了，试试看。
刚刚我们在访问 Shane 的时候，他有露了脚毛，
我不敢看，
脚毛非常旺盛，我们会替他有点小小的担心。
我们需要一个 wax 的 sponsor 这样。
真的哦，好，那你可以通过我们的镜头寻找。
好，来 wax 我的 wave 吧，来 wax 我的 shade。
啊，对对对。不过不同于上2次的是，这一次你将不会担任导演的这个角色，虽然你自己本身是导演。
进来我其实去年开始我就想要把比较多时间花在写剧本上，然后如果我每次去导戏的时候，我就很难有时间写剧本，所以我在分我的时间当然最主要的还是我觉得瑞安很适合导这个戏，因为我真的需要找一个很细腻的、对思想上比较细腻的女导演来导这个戏。
可是不担心她不能够体现新加坡的这个本地文化吗？
其实
因为她毕竟是外国人。
我们的耳朵跟眼睛很奇怪，当你在一个不熟悉的环境之下，你的耳朵眼睛是变成比较敏感，而不是另外一个方向，因为你就是突然间对新加坡语很醒觉，新加坡声音、新加坡题材，你会有更多的感知跟感悟。所以我要的是那个东西。
所以是不是像是
就好像你去外国听到一些不同的语言，你突然间很想知道他们讲什么，这样的一种感觉。
所以是不是就好像我们的这个主角 Shane 一样，就是可能当他在普通说话的时候，他的其实语调并不是这样子的。可是刚刚我们在就是听到他在念剧本的一小段的时候，他的那个口音有一些小小的改变。
对，他会就是要去找一个声音，去把那个人物的灵魂给释放出来。
有没有想到要把 Shane 带到街头去认识一些变性人？
我会叫人带他们去，我们这岛会蛮多的。
可是不会担心，因为她是女生，然后被攻击吗？
就说等一下先对那些变性女孩子有兴趣，把事倒过来，这怎么办呢？
这个呢就有待大家呢来去就是。
其实她们都很漂亮哦。
对呀，对不对？就非常漂亮。可是有没有想过，其实真正有一次，或者是这一次的这个子，可以融入一些就是真正的一些我们所谓的这个变性人呢，来参与演出。
我希望他们来当观众，我相信他们会来看这个戏。可是我们没有想到，就是用一个真的变性人演这个戏，因为我们是想说，我们毕竟是剧场，是一个艺术诠释，然后我们就要找越不是的来演。然后Shane其实是一个大男子汉他也是完全不会女性化的一个男生。我们给他一个过程，给他一个艺术方向，然后让他去通过艺术改造去演这个角色。
有没有在你的这个脑袋里面暗地里比较这3个不同的赖美琪？
你说以前演出的有一点不一样。其实以前的就是陈德扮演的赖美琪，他比较了解很多女性的东西。
为什么？
他对女性的化妆啦、服饰啦，他都很有兴趣知道。可是Shane是完全另外一个对这些东西不是很有兴趣的人，那他就要进去一个其实更艰难的一个旅程去寻找赖美琪。可是那是好事，因为你去探寻的那个阶段越艰巨，我相信你获益的，就是你成那个效果会更强。可能获益的更多。
所以大家都知道，舞蹈也一般上你的这个剧都和很多的一些大家会看到的剧场里面的剧非常不一样。然后这一次我们的这个 Toy Factory 慢慢走入校园，是不是想要就是你知道吗？现在音乐界啊 K-pop 啊，从10岁就开始，8岁就开始培养，你是不是也要就是从很小就开始寻找一些这个叫做是朽木，然后把它雕成这个玉？
可能是新秧吧，还没有到朽木。那我们可能，我们 当然希望去校园跟他们栽一颗种子，让他们慢慢发芽。因为我有时想，我中学的时候、小学的时候很少剧场来我学校演出给我看，甚至我的老师也不带我们去看剧场。我觉得对他们的认识其实是很后来自己才去认识他们的。那我就觉得可能有点晚了，所以这次我们比较主动去每个校园去做公开演出，是要去认识他们、了解他们，然后介绍给他们看到艺术的力量。给他看到戏剧的力量，给他们看到艺术是不可怕的，艺术是一个让你能够开拓你思维，让你的创意思想更加丰富的一个途径，让他们早一点对艺术有兴趣。
所以你觉得现今新加坡的这一块艺术发展已经发展得如何了？
我们都在努力中，可是我觉得这个说我们成功不成功，这种东西我是觉得不重要，因为它是一个没有间断的探寻，没有终止的一个培育的一个活动，所以它会一代一代的继续要走这条路。那最可怕是不做就，我觉得我们都会变成机器人。
所以是不是
就是不搞文化艺术啊，我们都会变成太机械化了。
所以是不是老年人也可以适合参加？就是来
你非常适合，我记得你来了我的面试。
OK，
希望你要再来。
好，所以老年人也要去，就是默默
你还小吧你跟伯伯讲话要跟伯伯讲话。
好 ，OK， 所以最后告诉我们的观众朋友，为什么这一次一定千万再一次不能错过我们的 Popo？
对，就是阔别了17年这么久的一段时间，把子又回来了，孩子的子，它是一个很感动的故事。我觉得除了我们每天日常生活中看到的、电视上看到的、电影看到的，也来看看新加坡剧场的魅力吧。
所以2012年8月，我们子再见喽！
呀，子和你相见。
新式新点。